Hi folks, this has nothing to do about tractors, but I've had a couple of people ask, well, more than a couple, about some of the fun stuff I have. I've got a pretty cool office. It's filled with toys and booze and other stuff, and I thought I'd show you. A lot of this stuff were gifts from customers. Every time I get one, I can't believe I'm humbled. Who brings a gift to the guy that sold him a tractor? Well, some people did. So let's go around clockwise. I was talking to a customer one day and he said, wow, this is really cool, this little Coyote. And I said, yeah, I carried that all the way back from South Korea. I was a guest of Coyote in South Korea and they gave me that and I was able to bring it back without breaking it. And he goes, well, you need a truck and stuff to pull it. And I said, well, yeah, sure. And so a couple days later, I come into work and on my desk is this Chevrolet Apache with a trailer, and it's been on the front of my desk ever since. And what a nice gesture. I was talking to a customer one time, and he said, I noticed he was in Virginia, and so he wasn't here, but he said, I noticed you've got some Canon. And I said, yeah, I'm a sucker for Civil War era stuff, and I just love that old stuff. This is a Gatling gun, actually. And our driver delivered the tractor and brought back, and you're not going to believe this, a mini ball and about a .40 caliber round ball from the War of Northern Aggression, the War for Southern Independence, the Civil War, whatever you want to call it. And he dug these up in his yard. I mean, wow. Think about the history of these two little pieces here. I was touched. I mean, it's incredible. Speaking of Virginia, I sold a police officer in Alexandria, Virginia, and sent me an Alexandria, Virginia police honor badge. So that was nice. Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Now, these cops are incredible. I sold the chief of the Lawrenceburg, Indiana Police Department a tractor. He has since bought a mower, and he traded that mower in for a diesel mower. So he's bought 3 times. Each one of his police officers, it seems, have bought from me. We're up to 9. I've sold, because of that one call that I took from that one police chief, I've earned 9 people's business. They're all cops, and they give me these arm patches, which is just awesome. Beer. This is from a place in Dellen, Florida. So, customer in Florida. These pot holders, I sold a trucker, local guy, a tractor, big burly, looks like a horror, got the beard, big, huge guy. In his off time, he crochets. I swear to God, he crochets, and he sent 2 pot holders for me. Oops. This one was just a couple of days ago. Sold a customer in Wisconsin and sent back. No, he drove here. So from Wisconsin, and he brought some maple syrup with his own name on it. So I can only assume that he taps his own trees. I mean, really? Also from Virginia, I believe. Amosville, Virginia. Some vintage 2008 Merlot, the Gray Ghost. Again, because I'm kind of a Civil War buff. As you can tell, we do well in Virginia. This is a small batch bourbon from a distillery in Iowa, Swisher, Iowa. Again, from a customer, one of our Iowans. some hot sauce from upstate New York, more bourbon from Indiana, Tanner's Creek, Indiana, bottle of bourbon, honey, orange blossom honey from the Gaskins apiaries, and they are in Florida. And it says, this was last Christmas, it says, Merry Christmas, Mike, a little taste of Florida. I mean, geez, what a nice gesture. I was talking to one guy one time, and I was telling him that I dig old Ford tractors. I think they're cool. And yeah, this is a 1980s Ertl Ford 7710 with a matching wagon. How generous is that? Had another customer, was talking about old Fords, and his family had had them and everything else. Brings me a plaque with a little history of the N Series Ford, the 8N in this case. And that is right there. Those are some of the gifts I got from customers that became my friends. And I'm touched and humbled every time it happens. And so, for those of you that wondered what's back here, that's what's back here. Some of the stuff, the airplanes, for example, those are mine, and the globe is mine. Everything else was gifted by generous customers. So that's what's back there. I just thought I'd throw that out there. I'm touched. Thank you.